Welcome to the Artistic Mystic Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your Artistic Muse. This is a reading for the week of June 6th through 12th, 2021, for the collective. And the collective is anyone who's coming from a heart-centered place. So welcome. For those of you who are returning subscribers, great to see you. For you newbies, welcome. Be sure you hit like, share, or subscribe. If you hit subscribe, I have weeklies now coming out, including a beginning of the month, mid-month, and I also go live, usually on Facebook, but there's links below, but if you want to check me out on the page in Facebook, we also have a new Light Seekers community. If that interests you, you can read more about that and feel free to join us. I use a lot of different decks, so I got tired of trying to figure them out and listing them all. So I do have the links to the 3 Oracle decks I've designed. So if you're interested in purchasing those, the link is below. They don't require any special directions. That's what's beautiful about them. You just shuffle them and see what comes out, and those are your messages. So let's get started. They've got a lot to say. So this week, they want us to remain wide open to the possibilities and things that we're thinking about, the messages we're receiving, the directions we want to take, to all kinds of possibilities. Maybe things we hadn't thought of, that we've gotten some kind of interesting hit or nudge or niggle that maybe has us looking at things a little bit differently. So be wide open to those things, because it may take you into the unknown, and that's okay. We like the unknown, because the unknown, if you knew everything you were supposed to do, what is the point of being here? And we have a 7 for spirituality and divinity, so it's being divinely overseen. We have movement, which is a 28, which is a 10, which talks about moving forward, following your path, being in alignment. So moving forward into this unknown, which is it's all good. We also have moonlight. So at the bottom of the deck, this is another 6 again. We actually had a 6 with the wide open card, which talks about balance, giving and receiving, as above, so below. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But moonlight tends to talk about things that maybe have been hidden, that are about to be revealed. It can also address those shadow things, triggers, as well as psychic or some other intuition abilities, things like that. So I would say listen to your intuition. That's what I'm getting. We also have drifter, experience life as it comes. So in this case, we're in this, they're like walls of water, and there's a ship. It's kind of hard to make out. There's a ship here going towards somewhere, but taking it as it comes. We don't know, because we're going through this narrow passage, we don't know what's on the other side. So just be open to things as they come. You don't need to know what's on the other side of the light, is basically what it's saying. And the bottom of the deck, deep quiet, meditation and stillness. This will help keep you grounded, help with the anxiety, the stress, and also connect you to that inner voice, your intuition, and to God, universe. We also have horned cactus, resourcefulness. So this week you may be asked to be a little more frugal, or look around you and see what you do have access to that could help solve whatever it is you're looking for, your need, or the problem you have. And we have Eye of the Needle. It says intentionality. So this talks about going through a narrow opening or a narrow passage. So be very clear with your thoughts, choices, actions, intentions, and focus where you're headed. You know, you don't have to know what the end destination is per se. Maybe you do, but staying focused and staying on track with that. That's what I keep getting, is this. And it's like the needle, and it's like this passageway. Okay, we also have nature. Be sure you're getting out into nature. This also talks about caring for nature, caring for Mother Earth. Nature will help you with your groundedness. We also have study. There may be something you've been interested in or you want to inquire about. So, it could be that you go on Amazon or you go on Google and you see kind of where you're led. Might be something, a book you're interested in, a workshop, maybe a community group presentation or what have you. Ideas and inspiration, because you're being guided to follow, I keep getting this more again, of something you've got brewing or you've wanted to pursue in that kind of a realm. And that's not a bad thing. Oops, over here. I moved some decks around. Sorry. We've got friendship. So there may be someone in your inner circle. Could be a social group, social media group, whatever. Just a close confidant that you have that maybe you want to spend time with, or maybe it's something you want to bounce that idea off of and get some feedback. They might be a really wise person, a sage, and you need to have them flesh it out with you a little bit. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the bridge between this realm and the higher realm, right? As a healer, as a light worker, just a being, beautiful being of light, you are a bridge. Some of us bridge more than one thing. Some of us bridge the lower realms, the 3D and the higher realms, whatever that is to you. I'm getting yes, whatever this is, this idea, this inspiration, this thing you've been looking at or inquiring about, they're saying yes. And below that, it says crystal clear intention again. And I'm getting this again with that. So be very focused, very clear on what it is that is for you and going after that. Yes, be very clear. You also have forgiveness. I think we had this last week. So there may be some forgiveness still that you're still working on, whether it's forgiving yourself, forgiving a situation, another person, the past, or even a current situation. So it's important. So make sure that because that releases you. It liberates you and frees you from things you shouldn't be tied to. Surrender. Surrender to whatever this is this week, this idea, this pursuit, this thing you want to do. And we also have domestic harmony. So whatever's domestic harmony for you, it could be a home, you may have a partner or spouse, it could be with a sibling, it could be with, parents, or someone that, you're in close proximity to. So domestic harmony is important. So maybe there's some things, maybe that's where this forgiveness comes into play, or surrendering. You're not going to pick a fight. It's like, okay, whatever, and release it. So to kind of keep you on that even keel. We also have perception. So maybe this thing you've been thinking about, you've been like, oh, I'd like to do that, but it would never fly. Like you kind of talk yourself out of it. Maybe that's why you need to connect with a friend or someone who you can talk to. You need help seeing like the forest through the trees. You need a little guidance or someone else's perspective who's not connected to it that can like give you new eyes, like, oh, I hadn't thought of looking at it that way. That's really important. Why? Because we've got the goblin and it says the wounded human ego. So there may be some things that your ego has kind of beat yourself up over or has tried talking you out of it due to fear. And this is the wrong perception. This is you in your own thing. And maybe it could be also advice that you need to hear regarding whatever it is this week that you need to get out of your self-centeredness. Not judging, but just saying, because it's not serving you. You need a different perspective. And maybe there's actually this golden nugget, but you've been so wrapped up in you and how you perceive it, you're not able to see that there's actually maybe, like, what do they call that? A silver lining, cloud with a silver lining. And we have also the Merlin, and it's a 1, which talks about new beginnings, connection with oneness, source. It says alchemy, justice, and balance. So whatever this thing has been that hasn't been in alignment, or maybe you've been kind of waffling around, they're asking you with your intention and focus to get in line and to, like, how maybe you were looking at it. That's what alchemy is, to change it into something else. Yeah, justice. To pursue what's right or what's just or what's in balance for you. And bottom of the deck is rebirth. Why? Because something about this is going to create something really new for you, really wonderful. You got a golden path here. And below that, it says focus again. So it has to do with the lens that you're looking at something through, or yeah, the way you're perceiving it. So you may need a little help with that, and that's okay. But that's why you want to seek out a friendship or a really good colleague that even family member, if it's the right person, but they have a different perception of you than friends and other people, but that will help you see it maybe in a different way or illuminate something you hadn't really thought of. That would be very helpful. Here it is again. Tread thoughtfully. There's a narrow pathway. And I also am getting divine timing with this. Like timing of when you do this and how you do this is real. And I keep getting this is really important. So this pathway you're treading that's narrow and it says tread thoughtfully and be focused. It may be not easy to navigate per se, but as long as you stay focused, you should be able to get through it with no problem. What that is for you, I don't know this week. Discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth. So maybe with this, talking with this to someone else or, getting some feedback, you figure out what the truth is or how you need to stand in your own integrity, in your own power and pursuing the path you need to. Because you're getting answering the call. The time is now. So there's something, and that kind of shows up in the tarot cards I'm going to get to here in a minute. So there's something afoot this week. And it says unknown territory again. We had this one, and now we have this other one. You are exactly where you need to be. You're getting ready to thread the needle in this unknown territory, this unknown segment of your journey, of your path that you're ready to go towards. And it says wandering path. It says enjoy the journey. So once you go through the needle, once you go through this gateway or make this choice, the path isn't a straight shot. It is to thread it to get to that point. But then after that, it expands is what I'm getting from this. And it's an exploration. It's enjoyable. So that sounds amazing. You also have delight. Something about this week with what you're going after, what you're looking into, considering is going to bring you great joy, great delight. And it's a new beginning again. Whatever this is, you're getting ready to launch, so to speak. It's also asking you to step up and be a leader in something, and it could be just the leader of your own life, right? The leader of your own path. Maybe you haven't taken the bull by the horns, as we say, but you're being asked to lead. It's also perhaps something you're choosing to do. There may be others who wish to follow you, work with you, and you're being asked to lead. Under that, we have taking risks. So this may have been what this little goblin stuff was about, and this perception. There's risks involved with everything. But if there were no risks, there would be no gain. And you'd leave a life of boredom, which maybe, I'm not sure if that's for you. But whatever it is that you're going to hopefully go forward with, it's transformational. That's that alchemy again. It's going to transform you, transform your situation, transform your path, maybe how you even perceive it, look at it, which we had, to something even better. You also have the envy card this week. This could be you being envious of someone else, but I think it's the latter. I think it's someone else being envious of you. They may be green with envy, as we say, a little jealous. They may try to talk you out of it because you're mirroring or making choices that mirror to them something maybe they should be doing or should have done, and it triggers them. So this would be the naysayers, the people that like to put out people's dreams kind of thing. So just be aware that it's not for you to worry about, but don't let those people who are Debbie Downers, as we sometimes call them. No offense to anybody named Debbie, but that bring people down. That those aren't They aren't to be listened to. Why? There's adjacent possibilities with whatever this thing is you're going towards. It's going to open a multitude of doors, some weird ones even. There's one on the floor. It's going to open up things that you had never realized or could be possible, and experiences. And fourth chakra, which is Archangel Raphael, he's all about the heart chakra. So that's why you have to get centered. You need to find stillness and meditate, pray, whatever that is for you, so you can connect with your higher self and source and hear what it is. Let your heart be your guide. That is your compass, and it will not fail you. This fails you, your ego and getting up in your head. But listen to your compass. Why? Yeah, you need to take action. They're asking you to take action in balance. That's why there's a white and a dark horse. But take action. And this 17 converts it to an 8. That's going towards wish fulfillment. Making those intentional choices, actions towards working or going towards what you really want. That's really good. All right. The main part of the reading, I asked what we needed to know for the week or what might be a challenge. And we have, the theme is alignment, you getting in alignment. And it talks about the Four of Wands. This talks about stability, like putting 4 stakes in the ground to make to hold a tent. So this stability that brings you joy and happiness, it's asking you to consider what that looks like or what you need to do to achieve that. And it's further clarified by the Magician. You have all the tools to make this happen. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have everything you need to do this. Support to get to the 10 of Cups. This is happy life. Happy life in all forms. Feeling really full, your heart space full and content and with joy. But you got to get in alignment to do that. And the other card, you're being given divine help to take action. That's what the aces are. They get you to the 10s. So you go from like the 9 of Wands to the 10, and the 10 is it. So this ace, like they say, the ace in the hole, that's what this is. Because it's something that's going to help you release the burdens. This is the end of a cycle. All these 10 wands, we're getting rid of those. And yeah, you're being given assistance. Now, what that is and what it looks like, I don't know. And it will be different for everyone. But something's going to inspire you, or you'll be given. And I'm going to cheat here a little bit and go to the bottom of the clarifying deck. You got another Ace of Wands. It's double confirmation. Divine, that's the hand of the divine coming in. And yeah, the Hierophant's below that. Just saying. Divinity. You're being guided. You're being assisted. Even motivated, the cheerleaders of the spiritual realm, angelic realm, they're somehow helping you with this, with you taking action. So maybe some opportunities coming or some sort of assistance, whatever that is, to help you. Spirit's advice is overseen by the happiness card. So part of this is you being happy, staying in a place of joy and, joy, keeping your vibration up. And it's asking you to take swift action. This is the 8 of Wands. That is all fast action, and it's doing. Do not dilly-dally. Once you receive this help or assistance or intervention, divine intervention, like, bing, you've got the idea. It's like, oh, this is what I need to do. You're to move out. Go. Just stay in balance. Don't be swinging from one end to the other and like trying to do too much at once. Step at a time to keep you in alignment and balance. But yeah, and you're going to enjoy doing it is what I'm getting. You're going to enjoy pursuing this, whatever this is. So if you follow Spirit's advice, we had 3 cards for the outcome. It's overseen by positivity, staying positive, right? Staying optimistic, looking at challenges as learning experiences or ways of doing something differently, but gaining in knowledge, not that it's going to be a disaster kind of thing, right? We have the 6 of Swords, and this talks about leaving choppy waters to move on to smoother waters, and here's this expansive landscape. The 6 of Swords also talks about knowledge, research, study, gaining in that. It also talks about taking those swords of wisdom and knowledge that you do have and letting them guide you. The thing you have to watch out for is she's turned around backwards. This is like her with her higher self. She's not looking out at the possibilities. So don't let these swords become a cage or fear that keeps you from taking action and pursuing what you really want to pursue. Turn around and look out where you're headed. Why? And that is further supported by the 5 of coins. This is her in 5 of coins mode. These are traditionally in tarot, these are lepers, and they're walking, woe is me, they're walking away, and they're actually walking in front of a church where the coins are illuminated, but they're so caught up in their own misery, ego, whatever that is, they don't see the blessings that are already there. There's a place they can go to for assistance. And it was further clarified by the 4 of Wands again. That is the challenge card. That stability, that abundance, that place that you call home, that you feel grounded, it's available to you. And is the outcome if you follow Spirit's advice. You're going on a journey to obtain this sort of thing. And it also brings the 6 of Pentacles. This talks about reciprocity, equal give and take, giving and receiving. So why not stay in, that helps you stay in balance. But what I'm saying is, like, if someone wants to help you, it's important you receive that, because that gives them the blessing of paying it forward. It's not always about you giving all the time. So be sure that you're keeping that in balance. And it's further clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So this talks about completion of cycles and a brand new cycle beginning, and luck being given to assist in that. So that's a very good card. And the last card is the outcome, is the Page of Cups, or in this case, Princess of Cups. So she's talking to this fish in the cup. This talks about having more connectivity to your intuition, your creativity, what makes you feel happy, and going after that, going towards that, and dreaming it into being. You are to let go of what has been the past, or these 2 swords he's leaving behind, what no longer serves you. Take what serves you, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, and moving out of Dodge, moving out of the past. That's what you're being released from. Why? You're having an epiphany kind of moment. This is that new vision that's focused, that's going to help you chart this thing and get you to this new beginning. You're now awake. You are open. We had that too, I think. Yeah. Your mind is now open. It's expanding. It's looking at things differently, from a different perspective. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. This is the brand spanking new beginning, taking the leap of faith, traveling light, being optimistic, and knowing it's going to happen for you. Why? You got the Queen of Pentacles coming in. This is all about abundance, fertility, creativity, having enough in life, being cared for. That's what's coming. He said, go again. And you've got the 3 of Wands. You're going to create this thing, and then you're going to wait for your ships to come in. But you've made the choice, because it's going to give you the 10 of Cups. This is a double confirmation. It's going to bring you all kinds of happiness, joy, things that make your heart feel really full. We talked about the bottom of the deck already. We had the Ace of Wands, divine guidance and help, being overseen by divinity, divine blessings, divine timing, being given that little, kind of like an offer, but you're being assisted with this. It's a solid offer. Something you're looking at is a solid thing, or it's going to provide, the seeds for a new beginning, but it's solid. So with that, that's all I have for you, but I am going to pull from my miracle cards before we go. The link's down below. This is an oracle deck based on the Milagros that are used in Mexican, I guess you could say it's folk art, but it's used in the Catholic Church when you want to petition for a miracle, or you want to thank the divine for a miracle. And they're a theme. They go with what you're asking or thanking for, and then they're attached to the saint statues. So let's see what we have this week for us. And the link is down below if you're interested in the deck. Woo! We got 3 things flying out. Hang on. Yeah, the bottom of the deck is the pig. It talks about financial abundance. And the financial abundance, it can also be abundance of a lot of things, right? They always say pigs are happy in mud. They actually are. But, you know, whatever that helps bring you and that kind of stability. We also have the car. It says slow down and enjoy the journey. We talked about that a little bit with that boat. It doesn't matter. I mean, we know what we want our destination be, but slow down and enjoy the ride, pun intended, of how you're going to get there. Feet, walking a spiritual path in spirituality. This is something that's not only being divinely overseen, but it may connect to your higher self, your spirituality. It brings you that kind of a joy or peace. Maybe it's something to do in the spiritual realm. I don't know, but that's, yeah, walking the path, walking your path is also what it's saying. Or in this case, we've got a ship cruising, but finding that true north. Angelic guidance. You're being guided. You're being assisted. So be open to it and be aware that there's things around you happening for a reason, and you might be surprised. So with that, that's all I have for you. Again, subscribe if you enjoy these kind of readings. Come check us out on our Seekers of Light community page on Facebook. Look for some of the activations. Join my Artistic Mystic Muse Facebook page. I'm also on Instagram, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye.